Knowing when to eat before or even after your workout can become a very powerful tool. In this video, we look at the difference in working out fasted versus fed, how that affects your weight loss, and some of the things that you might want to consider before deciding which one to use. When you wake up in the morning, because you haven't eaten for a prolonged time, your glycogen levels are low. That can actually range somewhere from 8 hours up to even 12 hours. So if we have to work out in the morning, then it means our body has to find a way in which to fuel our activity. So if you decide to go to the gym when you're working out, your body has no other choice but to use fats as a form of energy. And so if you're looking at losing weight, then this is a good thing because this is the way that you're going to actually lose weight. So a number of studies have been done, and what they found out is that your body burns a higher percentage of fat when you're fasted than when you eat before you exercise. So one of the things that you benefit from working out on an empty stomach is fat mobilization and utilization during exercise. But there are other reasons why people would work out in the morning apart from just being able to burn a higher percentage of fat. The first one is that some people don't have the time to wake up and cook and even eat before they go to work out. Maybe you need to be at the office at a particular time, so you might not be able to actually do all those things and be on time at work. Another thing is that some people do not have the appetite to eat in the morning, and so they just prefer to go to the gym and work out and then eat after. On the other hand, there are some people, if they eat before exercise, they actually feel sluggish and nauseous, and so they prefer to work out on an empty stomach because by doing so, they are able to actually go through their workout and finish. Most people report to feel more energetic during the day if they work out on an empty stomach, and they also tend to have a clear mind to face the day. Now, people who might be diabetic might also want to exercise on an empty stomach because the last thing they want to do is to spike up their insulin levels. Of course, there are potential benefits of working out on an empty stomach, like the ability of your muscles to mobilize and even burn fat, and also the potential of the body to maintain blood sugar levels as opposed to when you're fed. Remember that because you worked out on an empty stomach, all your nutrients and calories have been depleted and you need to restore them back. So one thing I would advise is for people who exercise in the morning on an empty stomach is to try to eat something after the workout in order to help with recovery. Eating carbohydrates is going to help you to replenish your glycogen levels in your muscles, and also you might need to eat a good amount of protein so that it can help in tissue repair. In this case, it's important for your carbohydrates and proteins to come from nutrient-dense foods, and also it's important for you to eat these foods in the surrounding hours of your exercise. So let me know what your experience has been like if you've ever worked out on an empty stomach, either in the morning or maybe if you are doing something like intermittent fasting. Now let's look at what happens when you eat before exercise. When you eat before a workout, you actually increase your blood sugar levels, which can be used as a form of energy when you exercise. And apart from the glycogen in your muscles, this can become readily available for energy. So it means if you work out after a meal, your body will mainly use carbohydrates as a form of energy. Apart from food, we also have pre-exercise supplements, which can also provide you with energy during your workouts. Most of the protein supplements that we use before or even during workout have got some sugar in it, and this can become readily available when you want to exercise. Your glucose levels can become significantly high, especially if you consume highly refined carbohydrates. At the beginning of your workout, your glucose levels are high, and as you continue to train, it continues to drop off significantly. At this point, your body will switch to glycogen in your muscles, and as you continue training, your glycogen levels continue to drop as well, and your body switches into fat oxidation. So your body will prefer to use glucose and then glycogen and then fats, although both can be used simultaneously, but there'll be a higher percentage of one substrate than the other. There are some reasons that would opt some people to prefer to work out after eating. Some of these reasons could be that if they don't eat before a workout, then they feel weak and fatigued. They cannot perform at their peak, and so they prefer to eat something just before a workout. Another group is high-level athletes who perform on long duration, and the intensity of their workout could be extremely high. So it doesn't mean that you have to be a high-level performance athlete for you to eat before exercise, but most people generally will benefit from eating something before working out. Now, if you have to eat before you exercise, there are some things you need to consider. The lesser the time you have before your workout, the smaller the meal should be. If you have something like 1 hour before your workout, then something like a banana, a protein shake, or even a protein bar will get the job done. If you must eat before your exercise, then make sure you have something like 4 hours before your exercise to avoid feelings of fullness and discomfort during your exercise. Now, when we look at working out on an empty stomach or even after eating, we see that the body actually goes for the easiest and most available form of energy, for you to perform your exercise. So the trade-off between carbohydrate and fat metabolism is the body's natural ability to function with or without a meal. Our bodies adjust according to the condition that we put it into. While we don't have to eat before we exercise, it's important to get nutrients around the hours that we exercise. So if you don't eat before you exercise, it means that after you finish your workout, you might need to eat something. So let me know what you feel when you eat before exercise. Do you feel more energized, or do you feel too full? Or do you feel discomfort? If working out on an empty stomach works great for you, then it's okay and fine, you can continue doing it. All I want to mean is that there's no significant difference between working out fed versus unfed when it comes to fat loss over time. Make sure you're in a calorie deficit, because whichever option you choose, you should be able to lose weight.